Hey future doctors, today we are going to see about organophosphorus insecticides, OP poisoning. All OP compounds except ecothiopate have no therapeutic application. Ecothiopate, it is the rarely used drug used in the resistance cases of glaucoma. So OP compounds have only toxicological importance. OP poisoning is one of the most common poisoning all over the world. Common OP compounds are parathion, malathion, deflos and many more. They irreversibly inhibit cholinesterase and cause accumulation of acetylcholine at muscarinic and nicotinic site. So let's see this in detail. So this is acetyl-CoA, this is choline, and these both get mixed up and it forms acetylcholine with the help of choline acetyl transferase. Then this acetylcholine gets stored into the vesicles and then it is released into the synaptic cleft. And then with the help of acetylcholine esterase, it gets hydrolyzed into choline and acetate. And this OP compound blocks this. Now in this figure, this is an enzyme, this is the active site, this is an anionic site, and this is serine attached at the active site. Now this organophosphate compound get attached at this site. Then it inactivates the enzyme. Now we are going to see about signs and symptoms of OP poisoning. So muscarinic effects, profuse sweating, lacrimation, salivation, increased tracheobronchial secretion, then bronchospasm, vomiting, abdominal cramps, bradycardia and many more. And at the nicotinic site, it will twitching, muscle weakness and paralysis. These are some effects. And neural effect, headache, restlessness, convulsions, confusion, coma and death. So these are some signs and symptoms of OP poisoning. So now let's discuss about the diagnosis. So first we will take the history of exposure, means for how much time it get exposed, characteristic signs and symptoms, then estimating cholinesterase activity in blood which is decreased. So these are some diagnostic features. Now we are going to see about treatment. So general measures: contaminated clothes, wash skin with the soap and water. Then gastric lavage should be continued till retaining fluid is clear. Then airway should be maintained and artificial respiration can be also given if necessary. Then diazepam is also administered cautiously by the slow IV injection to control convulsions. Now there are some specific measures, that is atropine and oxems. So first is atropine. It is the first drug to be given in OP poisoning. Inject 2 mg IV stat. It should be repeated every 5 to 10 minutes. Until the patient is fully atropinized, that is fully dilated and non-reactive pupils as well as tachycardia, the dose is doubled every 5 to 10 minutes. Then atropine should be continuously given for 7 to 10 days. Then OP poisoning increases the acetylcholine. Then it acts on muscarinic receptors, and atropine, it also acts on muscarinic receptors. So by acting on the muscarinic receptor, it will reduce the poisoning. The next is oxime. The atropine is not effective for reversible of NM paralysis, that is neuromuscular paralysis. So in the neuromuscular transmission, it can be improved by giving cholinesterase reactions such as alidoxime and obidodoxime. Then pralidoxime is administered intravenously slowly in the dose of 1 to 2 gram. So OP compound inactivate the cholinesterase by phosphorylating esteric site. So this is esteric site, this is anionic site, and this is oxames. So it dephosphorylation occurs. Then oxime bind with the high affinity to the anionic site. It react with the phosphorus atom of OP compound and dephosphorylate it with the enzyme and reactivate it. So as you can see here, this is the anionic site, this is the esteric site, and this is oxime. This oxime, it will bind with the anionic site and it will react with the phosphorus atom of OP compound and it will dephosphorylize the enzyme and reactivate it. Early administration of oxime is necessary before phosphorylated enzyme undergoes aging and becomes resistant to reactivation. So this was all about organophosphorus insecticide.